So welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another Kim. My wife has returned to the show after a 10-month absence.
What? Really?
Yeah, people didn't like you. I was kind of getting sick of you. No, absolutely not. It's just one of those things where we never really had any episodes to do together.
Gosh, 10 months.
10 goes by like that. It's crazy, right? And then Kim came up with this idea.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, why don't we do my top 10 games?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a great idea. And so Kim went into the other room and was writing feverishly all of her games. And I was like, oh, wow, what are these going to be? And some of these have been surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it'd be a good idea. I mean, not every single one is an RPG.
Not everyone. I think one of them isn't.
Yeah, I have an addiction.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But so this list, we're going to go through it from 10 to 1.
Yes.
And I also got to say this. I can't believe I have to say this, but this is the internet. And I've been saying it for 11 years on the show. This is Kim's top 10 list. This does not represent everybody out there. This is just a personal, fun list. There is no official top 10 video games of all time. These are just Kim's choices. And I think they're really personal, and I think this is really interesting to do. And thank God, this gets an honorable mention.
Yes, let's just start with that one as an honorable mention.
It's not in the top 10 list. No. What is the deal with this? This is called Fantasy Life.
So, with Fantasy Life, I think you bought this for me for Christmas one year.
Biggest mistake.
The reason why he says that is because I spent a total of 200 hours on this game.
Yes.
I did everything from being a magician or a wizard, witch, to fishing, to a baker. I just kept finishing all the jobs.
And then was there DLC as well, and you got that?
Oh yeah, I got the DLC.
Was that paid DLC?
Maybe.
Whoa! But that's, you know what?
It doesn't matter.
I think DLC at that point is a good idea when you've really enjoyed a game and you really want more, and you wanted more. Even when you saw this game over here, you're like, I want to play it again. I'm like, no.
I don't know. It was just, it's just such a fun, good game, especially a break from all the usual other type of RPGs that I play. This was a whole new type of RPG to play.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. Honestly, if you haven't played this, it's a good game to do.
Is it kind of actiony? It's got like turn-based combat?
Yep. And is there a second one coming out? I don't know.
I really don't know. I'm hoping not, because I'm not buying it for you for Christmas. What ends up happening is I get Kim a game, and I want her to be happy, and then I never see Kim again. Or it's like those things. It's funny, the role reversal.
It's only like a couple hundred hours.
No, here's the thing. When I was younger, and I like 16 years old, and I'd go date girls who were not into video games.
Yeah.
And I'd be there playing RPGs. They were super like, come on, pay attention to me. And then roles have reversed. I walk in the room and I'm like, pay attention to me.
I'm here.
It's so funny.
And then all I get is, have you saved? Have you saved?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, I've saved.
Yeah, I got a bit of a problem. I'm an oversaver in RPGs. I'll go fight a couple battles, come back and save.
I mean, there's reasons for it.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I lost so many parties and I lost so many hours and stuff in the past, and I'm like, yes, I'm just trying to be good. And she's right. I come in the room, I'm like, you saved yet? And I know I'm
and
always...
I did it to you once, and you're just like.
You know why? Because I saved. I knew it. So let's start with your top 10 list. What is your first pick?
So number 10 is going to be Animal Crossing New Leaf. This John bought me for Christmas one year. Very exciting. I loved everything from how cute it was.
Yes.
To be honest, it was adorable.
Yeah.
And it was something that you played.
Well, I played the GameCube version.
Yes, and so this came out on the DS.
Right.
Yeah.
Should we tell them the mistake? I bought this used.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. I thought it was a new copy.
Oh, you paid full price.
Yeah, and I paid full price. And I didn't realize. I gave it to Kim for Christmas. She got up the next morning.
Yeah.
Started playing it, and she didn't understand.
I didn't get it because it was like already started. The game had already been starting.
Yeah.
So I guess what happened was because it was used, I was already playing somebody saved. So
but you didn't know.
I didn't know. I mean, I got the idea, and then eventually I told you, and you're like, "What? That's not how it should be."
So mad.
So I restarted it. That's a good memory. So I restarted it. I mean, you meet all these awesome characters. You build your little town. But one thing that really stands out for me is that because I didn't like a situation that happened in the game, I tried to just restart it.
Right.
And when you do that, the mole pops up and tells you basically, nah, can't do that. And I was so embarrassed. At the game!
Because you were trying to cheat,
cheat.
and you got caught on cheating.
caught.
That's kind of fun. When I first played Animal Crossing, I'm looking forward to the new one coming out on the Switch.
Oh, that's going to be exciting.
That's going to be exciting. We're going to play it together. I think probably you'll take over from that. But playing the GameCube version was at that time, was so fresh with the little characters in the town, and sending messages and getting different items and all of that, and setting up the museums.
Yeah.
There was a lot of charm.
I think that's what it is. It's just so charming.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's not rocket science, any of this stuff at all.
And there's also there's Pocket Camp. That's just on the side there. If you haven't played Animal Crossing, there's an app on the phone that can do Pocket Camp.
Oh yeah, she plays the iPhone game as well, on the phone game
only
or whatever.
100, level 110, but you know.
That's crazy.
Anyways, Animal Crossing, New Leaf, number 10.
So what is your number 9 pick here?
So number 9 is Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. I think it came out in 1994.
Yeah.
And the reason why this game was so alluring to me is because I wasn't allowed to play it.
Why?
Because it was my sister's video game.
Oh, she got it for Christmas or something?
Yeah, she got it for Christmas as a gift, so obviously as the older sister, she would not let her younger sister play the game. And that just made it more wanting to play this game.
Yeah, more appealing, alluring. You're like, I want to play the forbidden fruit.
Exactly,
yeah.
So what happened was she actually left for the weekend, and then of course when she's gone, I just sneaked downstairs into our basement where all our games were, and I plugged it in, and I binged on it.
Yeah.
I got so far into this game, I was so stoked, and then of course she comes home, and I just, pretend that I never touched the thing.
Yeah.
And she left again for another weekend, go downstairs to play it. She deleted my save. She didn't say anything. That's what hurt the most, was that she didn't say anything. She just deleted it.
Ooh, your sister's so evil, man.
Oh,
it's funny because it's fun when we first were going out. This is like nearly 10 years ago. I went over to your parents' place and you showed me the basement where you played all the video games. So for me, I can really imagine what that was like back then.
Yeah.
How old were you for that?
I think it was 1994, so I think I was around 6, 7.
Wow, yeah.
Just wanted to play this
Just
game.
wanted to play a game, and your sister was like 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not even that much older.
Know.
Man, oh man. But it's so fun that you enjoyed Donkey Kong Country, and I remember when I got the Super Nintendo Classic, you're like, I know you don't know this, but we played that while you played it. I'm really not that great at it, and you're amazing. I couldn't believe how good
obviously
you were.
as a 6-year-old, I probably wasn't the greatest, but the fact that, I just kept playing it, and just that she deleted it.
I know.
Oh.
I think that's a bit of the sting there. So that's really cool.
Yes.
Now we're going to move on to, what is your number 8 pick?
Number 8 is Persona 4 Golden.
Right, and we're going to say here that it originally came out on PS2. Kim did not play this version. As she just said, she played Golden on the PlayStation TV right here. This beautiful thing. Absolutely. So, what do you, I got such fond memories of you playing it, but please tell everybody.
Well, for me, it was something different. It was a different type of game, and it was so story-based, and yet you're so involved in the story. I mean, you get to choose their directions, but only about, 3 times until you have to start the next day.
Yeah.
So I like that idea, but I think it was just the creating of the personas.
Yeah.
That was the addiction, was collecting all the other ones, bringing it all together to create one big bad persona.
Yeah, and dating in the game.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I know.
Choosing who you're gonna be with, and I'm like, well, I obviously want the hottest girl.
I know.
Screw all these other chicks.
I know. I remember Kim's like, I gotta get this hot-looking girl.
I think at one point I accidentally said yes to the wrong girl, and I just restarted the game. There was no mole to tell me whether or not. I restarted that part, and I got the hot girl.
There was one battle that Kim was doing where I had to get up and leave the room. It was a boss battle. Remember there was in the baby thing? You're fighting that baby or whatever. I can't remember where the boss exactly was. Was it after the bathhouse thing? It's just from memory. But
yeah, because he kept collecting back up.
Reforming or something. Yeah. And so what happened is, I'm sitting there, and when I get worked up in a video game, Kim tends to leave because I get crazy. And then the funny thing is, when Kim gets worked up in a video game, I get up and leave. And that happens with another game later on in her top 10 list. But Kim starts freaking out, and she's getting super hot, super angry. She's like, what the fuck, this goddamn baby? I remember you saying something, I'm like, and I went, oh! And I went in the other room, I remember tweeting saying, man, Kim's fighting this boss in Persona 4, and I'm just hiding in the other room.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Gamer rage is a true thing.
It is a true thing.
It is.
And you finish the boss, you finish finished the game.
I did.
I don't want to sound funny. We're going to get into a lot of what came into video games in a second. But I was so proud that you finished Persona 4. I was like,
Oh, yeah?
oh, you got gamer points in my mind. I was like, oh my
Got a
God.
few gold stars I did.
You did.
Did I?
You did. You really did. I was really, really impressed with that. So is there anything else you want to say about Persona 4?
About the game, I just like the storyline, really. I mean, the guy comes in, he has to stay with his uncle and his cousin, and just the relationship that he builds with them, and the trust that he builds with his uncle, along with all his friends that he gains, and just fighting in the other world, and
Yeah, it's so like there's a lot of really weird evil stuff. The teachers are like twisted at times, and so
it touched on like suicide and things like that, and it got really dark
it's very dark.
at times, but yet it was a wonderful game. Like, they really did such an amazing job.
It's a really unique game.
Yes.
And that kind of goes into, this is an interesting one going into number 7, this would be. What is your number 7 choice?
Number 7 is Ni no Kuni. Number 2.
Absolutely.
I love this game.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was beautiful. I mean, when you brought it home for us to play,
Yeah.
I was just like watching anime. I think that's what I said in our last review about it.
Yeah, and you didn't even play the first game. The
No.
first game you liked the look of it and all that, but you didn't like the combat, I remember. You're like,
No.
combat's okay. I remember you saying,
Yeah.
but when you got the second one, you're like, I'm taking charge of this. And I think,
Yes.
to be honest, at this point when you played Ni no Kuni 2, you were at a different level with finishing RPGs. And
Yeah, I think you're right.
You gained a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, not only what I loved most about this game is that it's every grinder's dream.
Yeah.
Like, you got leveling up your character, you're leveling up your town, you're leveling up your little army that you're doing. Like, the addiction is real in this game.
Yes.
And if they could do that again for the next one, if they even come up with
Oh,
another one.
I hope it does well. Yeah, I hope it did well.
Oh, I hope so too. It was it was great. I mean, it was, again, cute, fun, leveling up. It was my game.
Yeah, and that's so interesting because this does get into your next game, and that is number 6. This is what started you off.
This is where it all began, and it's John's fault.
Yep.
Dragon Quest 9
9, yeah.
on the DS.
Yes.
I mean, when we were first going out, and, John told me about his YouTube channel that he did games and everything, and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. He's like, I got a game for you to play. I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. And it was Dragon Quest 9. And I just remember staying up late at night, and you get to level 5, get to level 10, and then I'm like, oh no. The addiction for this is what started it, and that's all your fault.
The thing that I remember you saying to me at the time is that, well, how did I play this? And because I remember saying, have you played a role-playing game? You're like, I played Fable. I'm like, well, that's kind of a role-playing game, sort of. Yeah. But I was like, well, this is kind of try this out. And I remember you playing it in bed. Yeah. And I remember what I did this is what really happened. I gave it to her, and I left, and I was like, okay, let's see if she plays it. And you're like, well, yeah, I just go out of the town and fight monsters all the time.
Yeah.
And then I said, yeah, just keep on doing that and all that. And then I came back like an hour later, and you're like, hey, I'm going up levels, and I can gain money and I can buy better equipment.
Yeah.
And my character's improving. And you're like, I'm loving this. I'm addicted to this. And that is when all of a sudden you became an addict. And I knew it. I was like, holy shit. Because either you get it or you don't.
Totally.
And I know we keep talking about grinding in these games and all that, but this is what this style of game is all about. So.
Well, it's because you always feel like you're achieving something. Like you're getting something back when you spend 3 hours fighting something over and over and over again, and then finally you gain a good level.
Yeah.
And then the armor, yes. What was great about this game is that your armor actually changed to what you bought. That was great. But my most memorable portion about this game was at the end, I needed help, finishing off the final boss. And so John's like, okay, I'll help you out. Because in that time, you could actually play together.
Well, and you still can if you have a DS.
Yes.
You can link it. So I was playing and Kim was playing. It was the first time we kind of came together.
Yes. And then I was just like, okay, John, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start healing you. I'm going to give you this and everything. And John's like, okay. Leroy Jenkins! As he starts running up the bridge towards the final boss. What are you doing?
Kim was doing all this meticulous planning. Like, we need to get this. Maybe I need to go back and get this. I'm like, screw it. Let's just go for it.
Leroy Jenkins did.
Yeah.
I was so...
It was such a legendary thing for us to do. That was a lot of fun. And that was kind of the beginning. I remember hanging on the couch all day watching movies, playing Dragon Quest IX with you, and you found an amazing place to level.
Yes.
And then I went to that same place and we just leveled over and over, fighting those knights.
Yeah, so you fought a red knight
Yeah.
and then 2 heal slimes, and what happens is by doing that, it just kept bringing back another character, another bad guy.
Another knight, yeah.
And then I think like we had like a grind off.
Yeah.
Where like we just tried to gain as many levels. I'd be like, oh John, look, I'm on level 70. I got level 70. You're like, oh yeah, well I got level 82.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
you only got that high. It's because I showed you where to go.
Yeah, I know. It's all a friendly competition, but that's a really nice choice.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of more we know on this list. A couple more Dragon Quest games to go, and
Yeah,
some
of
stuff.
course.
And Kim's really into these games. It's like this is Kim's list, as I say.
It's mine.
Yeah, for sure. And so we went from Dragon Quest IX. What is number 5 for you?
So number 5 is Persona 5.
Yes.
Oh
good
my
choice.
gosh, yes. Like what else can you say about how amazing this game is? Like how the beauty of it.
I know.
You know, the black and the white and the reds?
Yeah.
The coloring, the music, the character. Oh gosh, they did such a good job after coming off Persona 4.
Yes.
And I remember being like, so when's the next one coming out? When's the next one coming out? And John's like, well, I don't really know.
Yeah, and we did like a trailer reaction, and we were
Yeah.
both excited. It was like, because we really, really like these games.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, again, I was kind of jealous because I started playing Persona 5, and then Kim came home from work. I think I got a photo of you, like, whether you're
Yeah.
freaking out. And then you started playing it,
Yeah.
and then you completely took over
It just
and finished the
happens.
game, and it was all yours. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just your characters going to the metaverse and like doing the same thing, creating your personas. The addiction again started up. I think like at one point I asked Alpha
Yeah.
for help. Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
do you make this? It's like, well, you go here and you click this one, you create it together. I'm like, oh, okay, good, I got it.
Yeah, how to make certain personas you're asking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember that. That game, Persona 5, is so good. I kind of want. I'm not knocking it, but I wish it was a little bit more open worldish because it
course.
structures you, and that's what
It
Persona
does.
is. But in the past, Persona was a little bit more open.
Yeah.
At the time, but whatever. It's a great choice, and whether that music is great.
I think we just would play it.
Yeah.
Remember, like
Yeah.
we went to Seattle to like an anime convention.
We just had-
and we just had
in our
Persona
hot-
5 playing.
in our hotel room, we just had Persona 5 music all like,
Yeah.
I think it's when you're actually at home.
Yeah.
Remember we had that in hotel?
Yeah.
And it's funny, I was listening to that music last night and I was like, oh my God.
were
I was like,
you?
yeah, it's like kind of memorable. I was like,
does.
it always reminded me of that moment, being in Seattle, and we're just kind of like dressed up as like Terry Bogard, and you're like Chung Lee or whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
walking around. Really
It's
great,
fun.
really great choice. So what is your number 4 choice?
Number 4 is Dragon Quest 11.
Yes.
What can I say?
This is sealed because
Oh, yeah.
we got sent a review code at the time, and Kim annihilated this game.
Yes, I think what was so memorable about it was the fact that we did the stream.
Yes.
When I did the final boss with everybody for, I think, 4 hours? Everybody stuck around for?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was our first video game stream we ever did online, and it
Yeah.
went beautiful. It
I'm
was
glad, yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun, and I remember I left the other room.
Yeah.
And then you were like fighting. You got some silver slimes.
Yeah,
and
the
freaking-
king
Sil- yeah, that's right.
metal slime, and I'm just like freaking out. I could see the chat going. I'm like, the pressure's on. I gotta get this guy, or else it's gonna look like shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was a beautiful game. Not only that, but my new PC that I have has the characters on the side that I got
Yes.
done.
Kim
Yes.
Kim has a custom Dragon Quest 11 personal computer.
Yes.
No joke.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, from our friend Tech Therapy. This is no plug, but I guess, we're saying thank you to him because it's such a great job he did.
Yeah.
But Dragon Quest 11, the horse riding,
Oh, God, yeah.
the animation, the characters, everything was done to such a wonderful level.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit on the easy side compared to some Dragon Quest in the past.
Yeah, there were some points where I kind of thought it's a little bit more simpler.
Yeah.
But I think they put such great effort into it. It was a phenomenal game, and
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Dragon Quest 12, whenever
Yes.
that decides to come out.
Whenever that decides, that is a long way away.
You
I
never
don't
know.
think we'll see it on this generation of consoles. Definitely like next generation for sure.
Awful.
This next one you picked is such a sweet one,
Oh yes.
and this is number 3 for you.
Yeah, number 3 is Final Fantasy IX.
It's a good choice.
It is. I mean, I remember when you first introduced me to this game, I was very hesitant because obviously I started off with Dragon Quest IX. And I was kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to play this game because the style was different.
Yeah.
You know how the backgrounds were like painted and they were like structured where you can't really move them or anything, can't really go into it.
Right.
But I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
I fell in love with the characters. I fell in love with Vivi.
Vivi's such a wonderful character. And the thing is, Kim played it on, we had a standard definition TV in the other room. So she played it on the original PlayStation 1.
Yes,
I played that way, which was really cool. And for me, it was nice to see the game played through again. And it's wonderful. It's humorous. It was just...
It had everything.
It had everything. It was just a big anniversary of the game. And it's that old, but it's still that good. Yeah, it was a return to crystals, a return to the medieval style of past games. Really wonderful thing. Great soundtrack as well.
Oh, yes.
Really, really good. So, what are we on to now?
So now we got my number 2, and that is Dragon Quest Builders. Oh my gosh, I was so addicted to this game, more so than any other, I think, Dragon Quest.
You can hear it in her voice. Like, she will say to me all the time, when's Dragon Quest Builders coming out? When is the second one coming out? When's the second one coming out? I couldn't believe, it took me, I'm still surprised how taken by this game you were.
I think when I was telling you my list, you're like, what? Really? I'm like, yeah, like when we got the game, and I would stay up late at night playing this game, falling asleep when I had, playing this game, and then I'd wake up early morning like, gotta start building my town, gotta start mining, gotta start kicking some ass, gotta make sure I kill that damn bird.
Yeah,
I kicked my ass in that one session.
Yeah.
But I love this game so much. It was so interactive, I think.
Yes.
And I really hope that this is something that they continue on.
And you've never played Minecraft or anything like that?
No, I mean, I remember hearing about Minecraft, but I never actually played it. And looking at it, I was just kind of like, it's whatever. But they incorporated it so well into this.
Yeah, well, with Dragon Quest and Minecraft combining into one in this crazy thing. But what was it that you enjoyed doing so much? Was it just building your town?
I think it was just building the towns, honestly, and like making it bigger and better, and like the things that you do make, you gain points for. Certain things that you would make, like the weaponry, or like doing more like the nuns when they like had a place to go and pray, things like that to expand. It was just really well done.
I felt so bad for you when you spent so much time building up your town, and you'd had it really good, and you had your defenses really good, and then monsters would come and destroy the whole town, and you'd rebuild the whole thing again.
I would, yeah. I don't know, like knock it down, I'll rebuild it.
Yeah.
It was just great. It was short though.
Yeah.
I found that it was short because I wanted more.
You enjoyed it so much.
I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
Like when I went on to the next part of it, I'm like, oh, it's almost over then, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this next one, your number 1, this is a good choice. This is a really, really good choice. This is a phenomenal one. And this is one that one day I hope they remaster and do a little bit better, like graphic-wise for nowadays, because they have to a certain extent, but not for next-gen consoles. You take it away.
Okay, so my number 1 is Dragon Quest VIII.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. This really like goes to my heart. I think that's what it is. At the end of this game, I actually had a tear. Yeah. That's how much I love this game. I mean, I went from the DS to the TV. Yeah. So like to see the world bigger was really, really amazing for me.
And like full 3D like that.
3D. I mean, I love the storyline, the characters, Jessica, Yangus, King Trode, and just the hero and the Princess Medea, I think was her name. Yeah. Just how they all came together. I loved the game. It was beautifully done. And I never wanted it to end. This one I did not want it to end. Yeah. So with this game, I remember it was the first time you really told me that you can go to a good place to grind. Right. For metal slimes. And I had to like go up a big cliff and everything. Oh yeah, no, I found the place to get metal slimes, yeah. I remember that. It was just, I think the ending of this game, and if you haven't played it, I'm sorry, but it's so cliche. I mean, the hero gets the princess. Yeah. And I was just like, right in the field. Yeah, I know. It's a really nice game. The story is great, and even for me, when I originally played it, taking the original Dragon Quest, graphics which were 2D into 3D like this, were like,
Oh my God. And they had done it a little bit with 7, but no, not to the extent they did with 8. 8 blew you away when you saw it back in the day on the PS2. Okay. And yeah, and then we played the 3DS version, which is a really good version as well, but still want a next-gen version of it. I hope they do something like that.
I would play it. I would play it if they remastered that.
Yeah, for sure. So
that is my top 10 list.
I think they're really great choices. Yay. Lots of RPGs. Kim is mainly an RPG player, and that's okay. You know what I mean? You had one action game in there.
I know, actually, just to lay it out, it's like, ooh, well then, I guess it is RPGs.
Yeah, I know. You're like, most of the RPGs, one action game
I mean,
going
the
on
amount of
there.
hours that's in here, there's over probably 1,000 hours.
Yeah, and that's something else that you don't just play. When Kim plays one game, she'll play it for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. Like, how long did you even play Fantasy Life for?
It was 200 hours.
200 hours.
200 hours. Yep.
Ridiculous. And even all these other games. And RPGs you can spend a lot of time on, and it's really fulfilling building up your characters and getting to the end of these games.
It is. Yeah, fulfilling.
Absolutely. So
my 10.
Thank you for coming on the show again, even though Kim's just in the other room. Yep. And Kim is a huge part of the show behind the scenes, and you only see her once in a while in front of the camera. She's a huge motivator for me to do a lot of episodes. She came up with this episode, and I thought it was really fantastic. So anyways, guys, until next time.